It's the Highland Woodworkers Holiday Tool Show. Join me, your host, Charles Brock, along with Highland staff members Ed Cent, Sidney Dew, Don Bauman, and Sam Ryder, as they give us an inside look at the tools they suggest for the woodworker on your list this holiday season. Hello, I'm Charles Brock, and I'm a Highland Woodworker, and welcome to the Holiday Tool Show. Let's go shopping. Sidney Lowe.
Nice seeing you.
So nice to see you.
It's been almost a year, I think.
That's right, a year since the last Holiday Tool Show.
What do you have there?
Well, I have plenty of woodworking friends that want Kreg, and you know, they've been a great source of wonderful tools for years.
It's an amazing company. They do from pocket hoes up to router tables. Pocket hoes is where they had their beginning, and they've covered the market. We've got all different sizes, even for working outside in 2x4s and things like that.
So, like, you could start out and get just a pocket jig, is that right?
Pocket jig and your own drill, and you become a joiner.
How about, and that's what we're all trying to do.
That's what we're trying to be, a joiner, right.
Yeah, but you also have step-ups to complete systems.
Complete systems where you can get everything, that which holds the pocket hole device, holds the wood, presets your drill stops for it, and then we got a clamp which holds it together when you assembled it.
That's great. Even my mother-in-law could do it with a Kreg jig, I think.
It's an amazing device.
Ah, and this was put together.
Put together, and they even have inserts that you can either complement the wood that you're working with or make it a contrast, make it a design feature.
Well, listen, that takes care of some of the woodworkers on my list, and they're going to be thrilled with that. How about Forrest Woodworker 2 blades? Have you got some?
Best blade going. Yeah, let's walk over there.
Okay.
Forrest has been the standard. Let's see, I've been here for about 28 years. For my 28 years, it's been the standard.
Well, they have two curves. They have a standard curve and a thin curve. How do you know which one you want?
Right off the bat, I always start with the standard curve.
Okay.
Because I'm used to it, I'm slow to change. Thin curves obviously gives you a little bit more power.
If you've got a smaller saw?
Smaller saw.
Yeah. Well, that
and
sounds
what's
good.
really great, this package, which looks a little bit unique, you hold on to the package because down the road, when it comes time to sharpen it, you're going to send it back to Forrest, and the blade is just as good as new.
Well, that's wonderful to know. So you can use it and reuse it and reuse it. And they have dado blades and the whole line.
The dado blade is called the Dado King, and it's aptly named for that. It's the best going.
Well, that's the one I use in my shop, and I use the Woodworker too. And so I need to stock up on these standard curves for my woodworking friends. Would you help me there?
I think so. Here,
Let's see if we can get some, and some of the thin ones too.
Thin ones too.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna wipe you out here because
I think it's pretty good.
that's a great.
I've got more room for more if you like.
All right, Ed, I've got a friend who's new in woodworking, and he's got some edge tools. I think you got to have a Tormek. Is that right?
Well, the Tormek's going to be a way for him to get his tools sharp, and that's going to allow him to be a quality woodworker with sharp tools. So it's a great machine, and the optional jigs, you can sharpen just about every tool in your home and shop.
I've had one for years and use it all the time, especially if I drop a tool. You can go right to it, take the steps, and you're back to cutting beautifully again.
It's repeatable, and it gets you back quickly. And with the optional jigs, whether or not it's an axe or whether or not it's your chisel, you can get it sharp.
So it's a good place if you've got an axe to grind.
It is, it is. It won't sharpen your sense of humor, though.
I understand that. Well, listen, we're right here at the lathes, and I just love this new Rikon blue color, and looks like they've got a great lathe for somebody that's starting out or somebody that's been working a long time.
This is the same lathe that we use in our teaching classroom, the Rikon 12-inch lathe, and our students love it. They have great success with it. It's a great lathe to start out with, and it makes a great gift.
Oh, I tell you what, the fit and finish for Rikon and for the price, the value is just wonderful.
And this particular lathe gives you actually multiple speeds through a pulley change, and it has 16-inch between centers and what they call a 12-inch swing, which is the 6 inches from the bedways to the middle of the drive center. But it's a great lathe for pin turning, for bowl turning, and small-scale furniture leg turning.
Well, I'm sold. My daughter's getting one, and that's a secret you can't tell anybody.
Mum's the word.
Well, Ed, I've got 6 routers, but my 2 newest ones are Tritons. And so I've got a friend that's getting started with routers. Have you got the Triton routers?
Yeah, we have them here. Let me show you over here.
Okay.
This one here is the 2 horsepower. We also have the 3 1/4. And our customers really like them. What I like about it, it's got a mode that you can do free plunge, or you can do ratcheted to actually go ahead and raise the up and down, raise the router bit height. And in the router table, what it allows you to do is have a crank handle from the top. So you just make an access hole in your router plate, and you don't have to stoop down to change the router bit height. You can just crank a handle from above.
So if you just have one router and you want to put it in the table and be able to take it out and by hand use it, this may be the way to go.
It would be, yeah. Just with the one router, that way you can have it as a plunge router out of the table, and then you can use it as a table mounted router that you can actually change the height without having to get up underneath the table.
Well, that sounds like a good deal.
It's a great product.
Well, Ed, I picked out a great router, the Triton, and now I need router bits. I see you have a beautiful group of Whiteside router bits here. Tell me about it.
Whiteside Manufacturing in Claremont, North Carolina. So they're made right here in the United States, and they have a wonderful selection of router bits for woodworkers.
And so, if you're starting on a project, you're going to need router bits usually. Building cabinets for rounding over and for edge forming and for even joinery and even for doors. It looks like you got them all.
Sometimes it can be almost hard to know where to start, especially from a gift giving, but if you have a particular project and need a particular bit, then I can steer you right to it.
And you can even call here and talk to somebody and they can help you find the bit and,
you bet.
And get it to your home like you've been doing for years. Yeah. I need a 1-inch roundover bit.
We have quite a few different dimensions here on roundover bits, and there we go, I think right there.
That's the one I want right there, 1 inch. That's great.
I'll get that for you right now.
Well, I got to get some finish, and here it is, Masterpiece Wood Finish. This is the base coat, and it's a mixture of oils that's just perfect to start finishing your project. A couple of coats of this, and if it's a wood that does not have pores to be filled, then you go straight to the top coat of wax. And I mean, this is some tough, beautiful, shiny wax. This is all you need, unless you want to fill the pores. And then you can fill it just like the French did originally with wax using the mid coat. That's the system, and it's the finish I like. And let me get a little bit here, and yeah, this is gonna be good for all those projects and share with my friends. If you're a woodworker, you gotta have wood. So if you're at Highland Woodworking, they have a good assortment here. But for my friends across the country, all you have to do is go to belleforestproducts.com and they'll ship to your house any wood that you would like, exotics, or even turning woods. They have it all there. And they've got a special going on that you'll really like. Belle Forest Products is offering a 20% coupon code for the viewers of the Holiday Tool Show. The coupon code is Highland20, and it can be used on their website for 20% off any online order. The coupon code is valid until February 1st, 2015. You can also get free shipping on orders of $250 or more. Hello, Don Bauman.
Hello, Chuck.
Nice to see you. I tell you what, Don, every shop needs a SawStop.
I agree with you, Chuck. I've been a SawStop owner for over 6.5 years. I've been woodworking for over 30 now, and for probably the first 25 years, had a cabinet saw, never had an accident, and then I ended up having 2 accidents within about a 3-year span, and had never heard of the SawStop till one of my friends, after a golf game, was telling me about this saw, and I immediately went out and purchased a saw. I was concerned whether it was going to have the same quality of the previous cabinet saw I had, but that's absolutely not a concern. They make a great quality saw. Again, I've owned mine for over 6.5 years, and I just love it. We've actually had contractors come in who have set the saw off. I've actually seen their finger, which doesn't look like mine. They have an absolutely just a little nick in their finger. They buy a new brake, buy a new blade, and they're back to business. I mean, I've had a couple guys come in, they were in the middle of a production run, set the brake off, excuse me. They bought a new brake, got a new blade, and they were back in business within a matter of minutes. And it's that easy to change the brake and the blade.
Well, I tell you what, the value, the safety, the quality, it's all there with SawStop.
I don't think you can beat it.
I've had mine for 4 years, use it in a school, and use it without worry.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
Hello, Sam Ryder.
Hi, Chuck.
Last year you had some great picks for the Highland Woodworking customers. What you got this year?
We got a variety of things, and you want to start down here at our magnetic light?
That's drawing me. Closer and closer.
It's been a real popular lamp. It's a magnetic lamp, switches on and off. We're using this handy piece of metal there for you. It's quite flexible, gets into those nooks and crannies for you.
And it articulates too.
It sure does, better than me. And we have a little switch there, so it shines a very nice light, quite bright.
LED lights are just taking over.
It's going to last forever, basically. Well, almost forever.
There you go. And what's this?
Well, this is a woodworker's woodworking adaptation of a jeweler's saw. It's a fret saw. It has smooth ends on the end of the blade. You can get a variety of different teeth. It's great for dovetail work. This blade can be pivoted around. It can be tensioned quite accurately. And it has a very, very rigid frame. None of that bending around. It's made by New Concepts out in California. Comes in 3 different sizes, including a titanium versions, which are really popular. And there's a coping saw version also, which has pinned ends in case you're a coping saw aficionado.
Now, I think I've heard about this. It kind of takes the fretting out of the fret saw.
Very well put.
Yeah,
yep.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you.
well put.
And I've seen dust mask before, but not this one.
Right. This is a pretty new item for us, and it's been extremely popular. It's a fairly low profile, nice, tight, comfortable face fit to your face, and it exhausts kind of through the front, so it doesn't fog up your glasses, which would be important for you and me when I'm wearing my reading glasses. There are some accessory filters that you can get for it, and it's been a real winner.
Well, that sounds great. Everybody must wear a dust mask in the shop.
This has a very, very good rating. It's a P100 rating, which is the highest dust mask that we have. It gets almost 100% of the airborne particles.
Well, I've already had them put one in my bag.
I saw that.
When I leave this afternoon, so...
You'll give us a full report next year.
There you go. And hands.
Yeah.
Tell me about hands.
Well, I was a little skeptical at first, but this has turned out to be one of my favorite videos that we have. It's Irish handcraft and handcrafts and handwork. There's 37 different films on traditional Irish handcrafts, from coopering to boat building to lace making to, wow, hurl making, which is a type of sporting stick.
Sure.
They make saddles, shoes, clothes. They're about 30 minutes long, so it's just a nice bite, done in the documentary style of sort of a BBC documentary from the 80s. Bit dated, but I tell you, if you like watching people, craftsmen that have been working with their hands their entire life, it's awesome. It's very awesome. You figure out how they actually make the saddles, how they make the shoes, the pottery, the barrels that they make. It's fascinating.
And you know, this is really a new thing. Our economy is kind of reverting back in ways to makers. And how did they do it? There's a great...
It's so easy to go out and buy these things that are completely assembled. And you don't think about, well, wow, how was it made in the past? And it wasn't so long ago that they were actually doing it.
Well, that's nice. I think make a nice gift. And I tell you what.
You like those.
Oh, yes. Dear and daughters and son-in-laws. Yes. You can spend it the way you want to.
That's right.
Comes in what? Any denomination?
Any denomination you'd like.
Yeah.
Yep.
At
Bigger
Highland Woodworking.
Bigger the better.
There you go. Bigger the better. Highland Woodworking. Thank you so much, my friend.
Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you next year.
All right. That's it. And we're glad that you watched the Highland Woodworking Holiday Tool Show. And take advantage of some of these great items that we have for your woodworker and his holiday season or her holiday season. Thank you so much. I'm Charles Brock, and I'm a Highland Woodworker.